This is the consequences when we chose the wrong direction. Oh my God. Yes. It is what it is. Make America great. Yeah, low prices.
Let's be very clear. What would Los Angeles look like without illegal aliens? Here's what it would look like.
You know, we can't have deportations here because it would disrupt our food supply for the country. We really don't think that anybody wants that.
If the election were today, Frank, would you vote for Donald Trump?
No way. Couldn't happen.
You voted for President Trump. So now, in this moment, you say you're in a free fall. What is your message to him?
So I'm off the Trump train.
So like this fruit is not going to be able to be harvested because it's too far gone.
That's because on day one of the harvest, about half of their 120-person workforce wasn't there.
Our harvest workforce is primarily immigrants. I would say the majority are from Mexico originally. They are skilled workers who come up every single year. A lot of people have a lot of fear based on their ethnicity, which is an unfortunate thing.
Chandler says the fear over ICE raids isn't just present at his farm, but across many farms like his. For him, it means an unprecedented loss.
So we are in a situation where we're going to have to leave probably 300 to 400 tons of fruit on the tree. It's going to be devastating.
He and his wife are even looking for second jobs to make up for the loss. But on top of those fears, Chandler's wife is from Mexico, and the knowledge that people who look like her and his children don't feel welcome hits close to home.
We've got regular people out here who are helping us out. They're not criminals, they're not bad people. They're just like you and I. They're just trying to make a living. They're, taking care of their families. And for them to be in this country and in fear, that doesn't feel very good.
Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history.
I've been involved in dairy farming my entire life. I grew up on this farm. This is the farm my parents came to when they emigrated here to the United States, and I've been here ever since. For 30 years, I've been hiring foreign-born people because there's not enough domestic people that want to come and work here. We've built an economy that relies on people, but we have a public policy that demonizes them. And to my way of thinking, that just doesn't make any sense. I think the changes that the administration and that Congress needs to make is to have some easier path to permanent resident status so that they've got legal status to be in this country and to be doing the work, so that they can travel back and forth without worrying, both on our local roads but also back and forth to get back home. Can agriculture work without them? Absolutely, 100% no, it cannot.
This is United States of America. Since the president started the crackdown on immigration, this is what happened. The tomatoes, the work that the immigrants are supposed to be doing, which the American citizen will not like to do, this is what's happened. This is just 1% of what immigration contributes to a country. And now, all this will perish. So many jobs that the immigrant supposed to do to help the economy to grow is no more active. So, what do you think? Money is wasting. Everything will increase based on what we are seeing here. Follow us for more about immigration journey around the world. Remember, no country grows without immigration. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and thank you so much for your support. So here we are again, another American farming crisis, and this one is pretty wild. Farmers all across the US are now watching their crops rot in the fields, not because of bad weather, not because of pests, but because they simply don't have enough workers to harvest them. Can you imagine? Now let's talk about why this is happening. But before, let me play a few clips on the same and I'll be back with my commentary. All credit goes to the original creators of each and every video you see here.
So Texas farmers are losing their farm and because their workforce, which consists of illegal immigrants, aren't working. I don't care. I don't care, and majority of us with hearts and brains and knew what this man was going to do and what it was going to cost people, including you Texas farmers, yet we don't care. You hated people so much, even your own workforce, so much that you voted for this man and went against your own self-interest. And I don't feel sorry for people who continuously do that. And that is majority of us is at the bottom. Majority of us are at the bottom. We are not the 1%. We are not the billionaire class. We are the working poor. All of us basically are the working poor. And you voted against your own self-interest because of your hate. And you thought that, what, black people was going to come and work at these farms? No, shove that idea up your ass. And I'm being very serious. And I'm saying that in the nicest way as possible, as I can. It's not going to happen. You voted against your own workforce. Immigration, immigrants are the backbone of this United States of America. And you allowed this man to do all of this. You voted for this. So you guys can lose your farms, lose your equipment, lose everything, especially your land. So these billionaires can come up and buy your land for pennies on the fucking dollar. This is what you get for voting for your hate. Your ignorance couldn't allow you to vote for someone amply qualified for the job. And now you got a set of people that is in this administration that is DEI hires, not qualified at all in any way for the jobs they are placed in. And it's costing you everything. Have the day you voted for.
So Texas farms don't have no workers? I like salad, y'all. I mean, what we gonna do? I'm not going out there. Y'all should have left them folks alone. Now look at us. We already overweight, out of shape, high blood pressure. Now we ain't got no vegetables. I am just waiting on MAGA to report to the fields. It's your turn.
For years, American farms have depended on immigrant labor. Whether documented or not, immigrant workers have done the back-breaking work that most Americans won't do. But now, with stricter immigration policies, high rates and deportation, and a hostile climate, these workers are gone. They either fled out of fear or were forced out by ICE. And the result? Fields full of rotting strawberries, tomatoes, lettuce, you name it. And here's the irony. Some of the same people who cheered for these immigration crackdowns are now the loudest complainers. They are yelling about losing money, about how hard it is to find labor, and about food prices going up. But honestly, this was predictable. Many farmers supported policies that targeted the very workers they relied on. Now they are stuck. No workers, no harvest, no profit. And it's not just bad for the farmers, this is hitting the whole economy. Grocery stores prices going up, exports slowing down, and food shortages creeping. It's a chain reaction. And let's be honest, most Americans are not lining up to work in 100 degrees heat for low pay. These jobs are tough, they require skills and endurance. But instead of valuing the people who did this work for years, the system pushed them out. And now, it's paying the price. Meanwhile, the government is acting surprised, but this is not surprising. It's what happens when you build policies on fear and politics instead of logic and reality. You can't have a working food system without workers. It's that simple. And here's the part that stings even more. While crops a lot, some lawmakers are still pushing for anti-migration agendas, still trying to make it harder for people to come and work. It's like watching someone set their own house on fire and then complain about the smoke. So now what? Will they finally rethink immigration policies? Will they realize that food doesn't grow itself and harvest itself? Or will they just blame someone else again? In the end, it's a mess that would have been avoided. But maybe this is the wake-up call they needed. Because right now, those empty fields are saying a lot more than any political speech ever could. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.